You are listening to Skin, Earth, Vitality, the podcast where ancient wisdom meets modern vitality. If you are seeking to reconnect with your innate vibrancy, you're in the right place. I'm Emily Davis, a seasoned holistic esthetician and herbalist. Join me as we unlock the secrets of ancient skincare practices, explore the beauty of seasonal and nature-based living, herbalism, and true holistic well-being for you and the broader ecosystem. This podcast is brought to you by Stratum Aesthetics. Head to stratumaesthetics.com to find curated skincare, body care, and other wellness products hand-selected by me. Now enjoy the show. Please remember that the information I share in this podcast is based on my personal and professional experience and is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not individualized skincare advice, nor is it medical advice. I encourage you to take charge of your own health decisions and listen to your body, seeking out the resources and professionals that best support your wellness journey. Today, I'm so excited because I'm doing one of my favorite types of topics, which is a highlight on a skin food. And when I say the term skin food, I mean like real food, edible, obviously, including like fruits or veggies, whole food based supplements, functional tonics, something like cacao or shilajit, or something that nourishes your skin from the inside out without being synthetic or overly processed. And so today I want to talk about pearl powder and why I think that it's such a beautiful tonic for skin support. And before we get into today's episode, I do want to take a moment because this show is supported by my company, Stratum Aesthetics. And I want to share one of my favorite serums that you can find in the Stratum Aesthetics shop. And this is an herbalist formulated serum from Live Botanicals called Ambient Moisture Liquid. This was the product when I was testing out the Live Botanicals samples that I received that was like, okay, take my money. I want these products because it smells so good. It's this beautiful blend of herbal infusions and barrier supportive ingredients that give your skin that plump, bouncy, hydrated feel without ever being heavy. The base is made with fresh plant extracts like rose and milky oats and marshmallow root. These are all herbs known for their ability to calm inflammation and draw moisture deep into the skin. It also contains beta glucans, which I have an episode prepared for later this summer about beta glucans. They act like a humectant sponge, pulling in hydration while also strengthening the skin's resilience. And it has the perfect ratio of lightweight oils to seal everything in and also rebuild your skin's natural lipid layer. So I think of this as a beautiful hydrating serum that you would apply below your moisturizer or oil or balm. So if your skin is feeling dull, dry, depleted, especially as we're coming out of the winter, this is a serum that actually feeds your skin with herbal nourishment while helping it hold on to moisture. You can find it on my website, stratumaesthetics.com. I'll link it in the show notes so you can take a look. Okay, so pearl powder. I am currently in my Whole Foods When I turn to supplements, they need to be a whole food supplement era. I'm not in my synthetic supplement era any longer. I was for a very long time, but it just doesn't personally make sense to me anymore. And so pearl powder was something that I came across and found interesting and started to dabble with a little bit. And the more research I did on it, the more I was like, oh my gosh, this is so magical. And so I wanted to do a podcast episode all about the internal benefits for the skin with pearl powder. So taking it internally, what it does for your skin. It also does have obviously many benefits for all kinds of other systems within your body. Your skin is a reflection of all of the other internal systems. It also has a lot of topical benefits, which I think is so cool. Living Libations actually carries a pearl powder, and they recommend utilizing it topically, maybe as an exfoliant. They also recommend incorporating it with your toothpaste. So I haven't gotten into that yet. Topically, it's something I am going to be playing around with, but my current knowledge of it is primarily taking it internally. And of course, we want to talk about the skin here. So I want to share a little bit about how it's been used in ancient systems like Chinese medicine and Ayurveda. And I do want to note that I'm not a practitioner of either of these practices. My study is in Western herbalism. And so I'll be explaining complex topics that would honestly take a lifetime to scratch the surface of. And I'll be explaining them in a way that I hope is digestible to you, the listener. And if you're curious about how this might work for you personally, I always recommend seeing a qualified herbalist or Ayurvedic practitioner, acupuncturist who can look at your unique full pattern. Because with any type of herbal or truly holistic system, it's never going to be like, oh, take pearl powder for acne. It's more about identifying a pattern and then working with lifestyle and also herbs and foods that match that pattern. And my intention is never to dilute or replace all of this, but I really just want to highlight remedies like pearl powder in ways that feel both accessible and then also rooted in respect. So the use or utilization of pearl powder has some major longevity. It's said to have been used in TCM for at least 2,000 years. One of the earliest records that we see it in comes from a classic TCM text compiled about 200 CE. And later it was featured in one of the most famous herbals of all time, which was written during the Ming Dynasty. So it definitely has some deep historical roots. And pearl powder is considered a Shen tonic in traditional Chinese medicine, meaning that it helps to calm the heart, ease anxiety, support emotional balance by grounding and nourishing the spirit. Your Shen is your spirit. It's the inner light that shines out of your eyes when you're connected with your vibrancy. In Taoist alchemy, pearl wasn't just used for physical beauty, but it was a tool for cultivating inner luminosity. It does, yes, create radiant skin, but it's not just about like reducing redness or smoothing texture. It's about this beautiful magnetic energy that gives you a glow that you really can't fake or force with topical skincare. And in Ayurveda, pearl is known as a deeply calming and cooling remedy. It's traditionally used when there's too much heat in the body, whether that shows up as inflammation on the skin or anxious thoughts or emotional overwhelm. It's considered a tonic for the mind, the heart, the nervous system, and it also supports our body's deeper reserves like vitality, and hormonal health. So while Ayurveda has a lot of specific terms for all of this, the big picture is that Pearl helps to bring the body back into balance when things feel too fiery or depleted. And it's a substance for deep inner replenishment. It helps to build and protect what's called your ojas. This is your body's deep reserve of vitality and radiance. And this does naturally decline as we age, especially if we're constantly pushing or if we're under constant stress. But as it declines, it doesn't mean that it's gone forever. Pearl powder is one of those gentle, cooling remedies that is said to protect and nourish our ojas, helping us age with resilience and radiance. So not only does it help to rebuild the ojas and soothe the nervous system, but it also delivers amino acids and minerals that directly support the skin's structure, the skin's hydration, its repair mechanisms. So I want to talk about what actually happens when you're taking pearl powder internally and how it benefits the skin on a functional level. I have 4 benefits that I wanted to share today. The first being collagen support. It supports your collagen because it's rich in amino acids that help the body synthesize collagen and elastin. So we have amino acids like glycine, proline, alanine, aspartic acid, and all of these are essential for collagen synthesis. So glycine is the most abundant amino acid in collagen. It helps give collagen its strength and its structure. Proline and hydroxyproline are crucial for collagen's stability that gives our skin its firmness and its bounce back. Alanine, glutamic acid, and aspartic acid support tissue repair and elasticity and hydration. So when you're ingesting pearl powder, you're delivering a blend of these amino acids in a natural bioavailable form. Bioavailable being the key word there. So these are acting like the raw building blocks that your body uses to make collagen and elastin. And so alongside vitamin C rich foods, healthy fats, pearl powder can help to improve skin density and reduce the appearance of fine lines. And it can also slow down the signs of premature aging that are caused by natural collagen loss. And you may be saying like, oh, well, I already take a collagen powder, so do I really need something like pearl powder? And the thing is that collagen powders give you collagen, which is already a complete protein that's made up of amino acids. And so when you're taking collagen powder, your body is breaking it down in your gut into individual amino acids. It then absorbs them. And as long as everything's working right, it uses those to piece together and to build new collagen. And so pros of collagen powder is that you're getting high doses of collagen specific amino acids. So the glycine, the proline, and the hydroxyproline in one scoop. And it is well studied for improving skin hydration and elasticity, as well as our joint health over time. But the limitations of collagen powder is that your body does still have to break it down, and it's only giving you protein. It's not also giving you the cofactors and the minerals that your body needs to build and maintain collagen. And also, if your digestion is weak or you're chronically stressed, you may not be absorbing it and utilizing it efficiently. And so what I like about pearl powder is it's skipping over this middleman. It's not giving you the full strands of collagen that you need to break down. It's giving you those raw building blocks that it's already using, so the amino acids. And then it also is going to have trace minerals like magnesium, calcium, zinc that are essential cofactors for collagen synthesis. And I'm not saying that one's better than the other. It's just that they work differently. And I just see pearl powder as this holistic approach for long-term radiance. And because it's supporting this nervous system as well, it's helping to reduce the kind of chronic stress that literally breaks down our collagen. So that's the first benefit, is the collagen support. And then the second benefit is antioxidant protection. Pearl powder has an ability to protect the skin against oxidative stress, which is a major internal driver for visible aging, because pearl powder naturally contains trace minerals like calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, silica, and each of these plays a unique role in defending our skin's structure and its foundation on a cellular level. And so oxidative stress, this is why we want antioxidants, is because every day our body is exposed to what are called free radicals. These are unstable molecules that are produced by things like pollution or stress, poor diet, and they're even just normal metabolic processes as well. But when free radicals are not neutralized, they start to damage healthy cells, breaking down collagen, impairing our cell-to-cell communication, and then also disrupting our skin's ability to repair. And so this can lead to things like dullness and uneven skin tone, loss of elasticity, inflammation and barrier disruption. If you are prone to hyperpigmentation or post-inflammatory erythema, where you have like red marks that hang out after a breakout, both of these can be because we have disrupted repair within our skin, and antioxidants can be supportive. So pearl powder comes in because it has zinc. Zinc is a cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including those related to wound healing in our skin and DNA repair. It plays a huge role in supporting our barrier function, and then it also can help to regulate sebum production and reduce inflammation, which is helpful especially for acne-prone and sensitive skin types. And while I'm thinking about it, I do want to note, because I see a lot of people talking about like, oh, well, you need to get a mineral test done to see if you need these minerals before you are taking these minerals. And that's absolutely correct. You don't want to just be like throwing spaghetti at the wall with supplements. And this is why I love whole food items like pearl powder, because in isolated supplement form, like a zinc capsule, you're getting high doses of a single targeted nutrient, which can be helpful if you have a deficiency, but it can definitely be risky or unnecessary if your levels are already adequate. And overdoing certain minerals like zinc can lead to imbalances, which can interfere with other things like iron absorption or throwing off your copper or stressing your kidneys out. But with a whole food source like pearl powder, you're not getting these mega doses. You're getting this like synergistic, naturally occurring mix of nutrients in microdoses that have like buffering compounds that help your body absorb only what it needs and excrete the rest very gently. It's giving you this broad spectrum of trace minerals and amino acids in the same way that food does, in harmony with your body's own regulation systems. Plus, it's also, like I said, highly bioavailable. And this is just why I love the concept of skin food, because we want to work with our body, not against our body. I feel like supplements can very easily be treated in a very allopathic way, where we're just like functional medicining our way through in the same allopathic mindset. Okay, so zinc, and then we also have selenium, which is going to work to prevent oxidative damage and help maintain skin cell integrity under stress. And low selenium is associated with impaired wound healing and then also increased sensitivity to sun damage. We also have calcium and magnesium. So you think of these for bones, but they also help to support skin cell communication with each other, and then also our skin cell turnover. turnover. So we think of needing to use like all of these exfoliants all the time to support healthy skin cell turnover, but actually antioxidants are one of the best ways. Magnesium also helps to regulate inflammation and support nervous system balance, which of course indirectly is going to benefit our skin through reduced stress signaling. So topical antioxidants are great. I love a topical antioxidant serum, but getting them from both the inside and the outside is even better. It's like you're building that inner reservoir of protective compounds that help your skin resist the wear and tear of modern life. So my third benefit out of 4 is its ability to support skin clarity and reduced breakouts. As I say that, I want to also say pearl powder is not an acne treatment, and I don't want to oversell it like it is, but if your skin tends to break out when you're stressed or inflamed or burnt out, pearl powder might be a supportive ally. It's not going to fix your skin, but it can help to create the internal conditions along with lifestyle and food and topical support, all of the things that can help to allow your skin to heal more calmly and consistently. And this is because pearl powder helps to reduce internal heat and inflammatory signaling. So in traditional Chinese medicine, many types of acne are seen as expressions of heat in the blood or liver qi stagnation, especially if breakouts are really red and cystic, painful, especially ones located around the chin and the jawline. And pearl powder has a cool, energetic nature, which makes it ideal for counteracting excess internal heat. And if we think about it from a biomedical or loosely termed Western perspective, this corresponds with systemic inflammation, which is a driver of increased oil production, clogged follicles, inflamed lesions. It also helps to calm the stress response. And what happens is elevated cortisol at the wrong times and elevated adrenaline can increase our oil production. It can disrupt the skin barrier. It can slow down our wound healing and increase redness. So like I said, pearl powder is a Shen tonic. It's going to calm the mind, reduce nervous system overactivation. It can help shift our body from a sympathetic state into a parasympathetic state. So this is specifically relevant for people who get breakouts when they have like stressful deadlines coming up or emotionally intense events happening, trouble sleeping, or if you're like a chronic skin picker, or if you have like obsessive thoughts about your skin. Pearl is like emotional skincare that helps your skin to stop overreacting to every little internal stressor. And my final benefit is its ability to support moisture retention and skin repair. So it's working from within to support our skin's ability to hold on to moisture and repair itself and stay resilient over time because of its combination of trace minerals and amino acids and its deeply cooling yin nourishing energetics. So we talked about the amino acids, and they're not just essential for structure, but also for the function of our skin. They help the skin cells to communicate better. And basically all of our skin cells are hanging out and they're like texting each other. And if there's an impairment in their ability to text, maybe the signal's down, they can't hold on to water efficiently. And they can't regenerate after damage. They basically just can't do their job if they're not talking to each other. And what the amino acids do is they help with that skin cell communication. The minerals that we talked about, like calcium and magnesium and zinc, all help to support wound healing and reduce what's called transepidermal water loss, which is where water evaporates out of our skin. But things like zinc help to keep our skin barrier strong, so it's sealing in that hydration. And I mentioned that it's a yin nourishing tonic. And in both TCM and Ayurveda, dryness of our skin, of our emotions, of our whole system is seen as a yin deficiency, or in Ayurveda, a depletion of the ojas that I talked about. And pearl is cooling and moistening and nourishing, which makes it perfect for people who are feeling a little crispy. If you're burned out and inflamed from the inside, you're dried out, pearl is a beautiful tonic for that. Our modern skin is constantly being stripped by harsh products or overstimulation, just normal day-to-day stress. And pearl powder helps to reverse this stripping. It's rebuilding the scaffolding. It's soothing the inflammatory terrain that leads to flare-ups and dryness. And then it's supporting deep tissue hydration, not just from a superficial level, but from deep within the tissue. So those are some of the benefits that I have come across, and I have no affiliation, but the one that I've been taking is from a company called Cultivate Elevate. And it's just a powder that you can add to a beverage. I've been drinking it sometimes with my moon milk in the evening. With pearl powder, consistency is key because, again, you're getting like a microdose of these minerals. So it's not about just like flooding your system, but small, consistent applications. So my moon milk, when I do the pearl powder, is rose and cardamom, and then I'll add either shatavari or ashwagandha. I have a recipe up on my blog. The pearl powder is pretty mild tasting, so in this blend, I'm not tasting it. Shatavari is actually the one that's highly earthy, so if you don't like super earthy things, maybe just do the pearl powder and rose with some cardamom and honey. Play around and see what works for you. And I did also want to briefly touch on the ethics of pearl powder, because that was something that I guess wrestled with when I first started exploring it. Pearl powder is not vegan. It comes from either oysters or mollusks, and that can raise some valid concerns around animal welfare. And so what I did find is that many high quality pearl powders are made from pearls that are byproducts of the jewelry industry. So pearls that weren't suitable for jewelry and would otherwise just be thrown away. But I think it's pretty important to source from companies that are very transparent about their harvesting methods and prioritize sustainability and care in their practices. So you want to look for brands that specifically state that their pearls are ethically sourced and repurposed, and ideally ones that test for heavy metals and don't use harsh chemical processing. Always transparency is key with everything. So if a company doesn't share the details about their sourcing, I think it's worth asking or choosing one that is really transparent. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I certainly never want to be in a position where we're like going after something, especially in the name of beauty, that's harmful to animals or to our planet. And with all that said, I hope that this was valuable to you. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned something. I will be back next week. And until then, be well. You've been listening to Skin, Earth, Vitality. If you like what you heard today, consider giving me a 5-star rating. It helps other people just like you to find the show. You can shop products and find all of my offerings on my website, stratumaesthetics.com, and follow me on my social channels @stratumaesthetics.